Shall we?
Greetings, sirs and madams. I'm Seraphic0, and we're playing Xenoblade X. So, believe it or not, I actually improved on my perfect Inferno build from before, so we're just going to take a look at what we have going on here. Of course, we have the Synchrony skill on, the only Skell skill available, really. I don't know, they really ought to change that in the next game or something. But on my actual Skell, the build's going to be pretty much the same as before. All my augments, weapons, and armor, they all have spec up range attack, boost range attack, or beam damage. If possible, they're going to have double beam damage. And my drones are my main weapons, custom for attack and for speed. And the main difference here are these 164 Sakuraba shields. What they do is they boost ranged attack. They should grant a boost of 25% for a limited amount of time. I'm not actually sure what amount of time they actually do the boost for, because by the time they cool down, it kind of looks like the effect is still active, so I'm not terribly sure on that. But anyway, let's actually get into my ground build. So she is wearing all Skell armor, and it's going to boost either the HP on the Skell or ranged attack and ranged accuracy. And all my augments are for ranged attack and for ranged accuracy. Okay, so let's just get into fighting the Telethia, and we'll see how well it performs.
We need to fight back. Should we weaken the enemy until this weather passes?
So my approach to this is pretty much the same. So for the boost on the shields, it's not active until you actually use the shield. I'm not actually sure how long the boost stays active, but it seems to actually stay active beyond the cooldown time of the actual shield. But just keep in mind, you do have to have the effect in place for the damage to actually increase on your weapons. Now the shields actually have a longer cooldown time than the arm gatlings that I was using before. They have a cooldown time of 16 seconds as opposed to 10 seconds for the other ones. So while that's gonna affect the way I use this a little bit, I actually like it a little better because the animation for activating the shield is a lot faster than the gatling, so it actually allows me to attack faster in some senses. So, like I said before, the boost is supposed to be for a flat 25% per shield. So technically, that should give me 150% on my ranged attack, which should actually boost me somewhere over 15,000 ranged attack, in theory. But I actually find that I actually don't think I get that strong of a boost from it. I think there's some sort of cap I'm hitting, and I'm not really sure how to determine what that is. So just keep that in mind. I think if you actually have your ranged boost attack up to some area, you're going to hit a cap, so you're not really going to get everything out of these that you actually need. But as far as I can tell, this might actually be the most damage you can do on a ranged Skell outside of super weapons, and it might actually outdamage super weapons over time, just because super weapons have a really long cooldown time, and and they only hit once usually and all that stuff. But anyway, yeah, I think that's all I can really demonstrate on the Skell that's different. The fight's gonna basically be the same, so there's no real need to narrate it further. I will say that the advice I got on the GameFAQs forums was really good, and these shields are actually super effective. I highly recommend you farm for them, even though it's a huge pain in the ass. But yeah, go ahead and pick them up. They're really useful. So it's the 164 Sakuraba shields. You can get it from this stupid fish monster in Cauldros. What's his name? It's really hard to pronounce. It's like Isgegnanir, some crap like that. I felt like I was turning inside out trying to pronounce that. But yeah, make sure it's the 164 Sakuraba shields. If you see a different number, that's not the right shield, because it's actually going to boost a different stat instead of ranged attack. Yeah, so As far as I can tell, having 1 is pretty good. Having 2 is even better, but if you have 2, you may not get the boost out of both of them if your ranged attack is high enough, so just watch out for that. And as far as I can tell, the stat boost on the shields, you can get both ranged boost and spec up ranged attack. And as for the third thing, like, I would like it to have ranged accuracy, but yeah, I got a bunch of other, like, stupid stuff on there, but yeah, I was tired of farming, so I just kept it the way it is. But anyway, yeah, this build is very, very effective now. I'm just really surprised how well it's doing. And in this run, I actually managed to break 1,000 RP on the Telethia, which makes me really, really happy. I didn't think it would have been possible to do that in Skell, but looks like I finally managed to do it. So, yeah, thanks very much, everybody. Just want to say thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Keep shooting! Fly away! Get him! Right, take it! Right, take it! Drop away! Get him! Drop away!